Hi, welcome to my channel. My name is Annie and this is Unity Consciousness. Today we're going to be discussing the energy that will be prominent beginning today, the 20th of March, and moving through the weekend. I would like to say again, happy birthday to all of our Aries followers out there in YouTube land. So happy birthday to you. So tomorrow, the 21st, Monday of March, Mercury in Pisces is going to conjunct Jupiter. This is very positive news or thoughts or communications, but just be mindful because Jupiter is very expansive, and Mercury being expanded is not necessarily a bad thing. But when Mercury is in Pisces, you may be missing some facts or some details. So check your sources of good information, or be cautiously optimistic if the news is just super, super good and you have some reservations. Those reservations should be definitely vetted, and also just keep your feet on the ground as best you can on this day. On that same day, Mars, which is in Aquarius, is going to sextile Chiron. And I love this energy. It speaks about being somebody's hero or taking actions on behalf of another for the purpose of healing. So very good energy on this day. I really like Monday's energy. If you can keep your feet on the ground and step in and be a hero for somebody, please do. It's a great day for it. Great day for it. Then on the 22nd is a big energy day, and we need a lot to talk about here. So Mars, which is in Aquarius, which is our planet of action, right? And action and instigation and all of that, is going to square Uranus and Taurus. So this screams rebellion. Uranus and Taurus, restrictions, not wanting to be restricted, wanting to have stability in some area, but the dichotomy of action overriding that need for stability. And with Mars being in Aquarius, you understand who you are and how you fit into the collective, but you want to take action on that behalf. So it's rebellion and unpredictability. We are just no longer going to tolerate any restrictions that anybody imposes on us at any time. And the sun, remember, the sun just moved into Aries. Aries is very unbridled energy. So we're going to be empowered by that energy too. And when you get Mars squaring Uranus, regardless of what the planets that they're in, it's a very combative energy. It's a square. We're going to be asked to do something, and I'm going to sit here and tell you, be careful, try not to do too much on this day, or don't go overboard on this day. And the energy it's not going to have a good flow, so it'll start and it'll stop, or you may have your calendar all planned out for the day, and then at 8:05 everything gets turned upside down, and then it writes again and then upside down. This is the type of energy that you can expect on Tuesday of this week. And to be honest with you, I think the best thing to do is let go. Just let go. Let go of time constraints, let go of restrictions, let go of situations that frustrate you. You could be highly frustrated on this day, and you may want to act impulsively or act very just reactively instead of thinking through that action. Just be mindful and own your power. Use the Sun in Aries energy that recognizes the power of you, and that you don't necessarily have to take action on this day other than letting go. Your action can just be to let go. I am who I am. I have the power to just let go of this situation. I'm going to let it be what it is going to be, and therefore I am strong. Perfect day for that. Perfect day for that. But just, practice some humility here. If an opportunity presents, this is a good day for opportunities that crop up out of nowhere. Just be mindful, vet that opportunity, and if you have to take advantage of it and you have to act quick, please do that. Just make sure that your actions are not reactions. It's a response to something. That energy, I started feeling it midweek last. I have to tell you, it is not the most comfortable energy to be in or around. As an empath or an energetically sensitive person, you're going to feel it coming, and you're not really going to like, it's just very unsettling energy. It just doesn't feel good. Just know once those planets perfect and then start to move away from each other, that energy will it'll move quickly out of your sphere. Once that perfection occurs, things will begin to calm down a little bit. But balance, just remember on this day, balance equals reward. That's very important to note. Balance is going to equal reward on this day. Then on Wednesday of this week, we've got Mercury, which is in Pisces, is going to conjunct Neptune. Now, Mercury's earlier conjunct Jupiter in Pisces, and now Mercury is going to conjunct Neptune. Well, Mercury conjunct Jupiter could be good news or positive thoughts, positive communications being expanded upon. When Mercury conjuncts Neptune, which is also trine the South Node in Scorpio, these could be conversations that are totally out of this world. Just a concept that is just totally out of this world. Again, check your sources for communications and be aware. We're talking South Node of Scorpio and a trine with this configuration. Check your sources for disillusionment or deceit. Make sure that you're getting all of the story and not a portion of the story, or there's some clouded judgment that's involved here. Just vet things as you communicate on this day. It is a great day for creativity, however, and fantasy. If you want to just let your mind go on this day, hey, I need a break from reality, that day your mind is going to be able to travel to universes far and beyond our own, that's for sure. Or have discussions or communications, conversations that are way beneath the surface of things. That's also South Node of Scorpio. Then on Saturday, the 26th, we've got Mercury, again, in Pisces, is going to sextile Pluto. Sextile, do something to get something. And Pluto is in the very end stages of Capricorn. It is definitely in anaretic degrees of Capricorn. It is wrapping up the transformation of all the things that it's dealt with while in Pluto. So, but this day can really instigate some deep dive conversations. Or communications. Doesn't have to be a verbal conversation. It could be email communication or text communication for the purpose of transforming something. Again, you need to do something to get something. So Pluto is going to give us that transformation. It's going to give us the option to review so that we can reflect, so that we can redefine, so that we can transform. And on this day, if you instigate, let's say you need to have a difficult conversation on this day, you need to talk about something that you really don't want to talk about, but you can't put it off any further, this is a good day for it. It'd be a really good day. It is a sextile, and for the purpose of transformation. You can dive deep on this day, have those deep conversations. You will be supported by the universe for the purpose of review and transformation, because we've got Pluto here. Then on the 27th, which is next Sunday, Mercury is going to enter Aries. Mercury will then be done with Pisces. Different feel of energy for Mercury. Mercury in Pisces, because of the cloudiness of it all, or the dreaminess of it all, it can be difficult to fact check, or we kind of get lost in some of the details, or our communications could have been a little bit foggy. With Mercury joining the Sun in Aries, it's a whole different feeling when it comes to communications. It's very direct. It's very forceful. It can be just absolutely to the point, sharp communication. So I'm going to ask you here to kind of check yourself before you completely unload on somebody, which that can happen when you come from a period of reflection and dreamy communications. Then all of a sudden we have this Mars squaring Uranus energy, and then we've got Pluto and Mercury having a conversation. So we've dove deep. We've gotten to the heart of a matter for purpose of transformation. Then all of a sudden, Mercury enters Aries, and we're ready to talk about it. And I'm just going to let them have it. It's just coming out, and I don't care who it hurts, who take no prisoners type communication. So just check yourself. Be mindful. As you deliver the communications, be through text messages or emails or whatever, and you could really be at wit's end. This energy this week, it's going to start out real hopeful. We've got the equinox today, Sunday, which leads us to wanting to start new, refresh, spring. So we've got this real hopeful energy at the beginning of the week with Mercury conjuncting Jupiter. Then we get that dose of reality with Mars squaring Uranus. And that dose of reality could send us into elation, or it can send us into disappointment, right? For the purpose of reflection. And that will then lead us to powerful transformation. So we've got a little bit of a roller coaster this week going on. Just be mindful when you get to a week from now, next Sunday, if something kind of pokes the tiger a little bit and you need to send off some communications, be aware that Mercury is now in Aries and that communication is going to be super direct. Just check yourself. So that's all I have for you this week. I guess looking back, like I said, that we've got a little bit of a roller coaster here, and the energy can be very frustrating, especially early on. I have to tell you, the latter part of last week and over the weekend, I just have been feeling crummy, just not my best energy. And I don't like this kind of energy. But nonetheless, our job is to feel the energy, understand the energy, and then use the energy to our advantage. So if you find yourself being frustrated, understand that there's a purpose for that frustration. Don't just jam it down. Think about, contemplate what could it be that I need to tweak, or maybe it's just as simple as letting go. That's the action you need to take, is just, I'm just going to let this go. Another thing to think about and be mindful of, words can harm. As we step into Mercury in the sign of Aries, just be aware that words, unbridled words can cause harm. So just check yourself. Give yourself that 24-hour rule. If somebody throws something at you that's quite the hot potato when it comes to communications, and you need to take some time, take your time. Take the time before you get back to it. 24-hour rule never serves me wrong. If I feel like, I really don't think I should be talking about this right now, get some rest. Try tomorrow. Take a look at it again and see if maybe you've got a different manner in which you want to respond to that situation instead of reacting. And remember that the universe is working for you, and situations, especially this week, are going to arise so that we can learn from them. And that process is observation, recognition, observation, responding, even if it is letting go, and then grow. Allow yourself and the others to have the space that they need in order to get through those steps. And if you need to practice self-care, this is a great week for it too. Take a step back. We still got lots of planets in Pisces. Use compassion, first for yourself, then to others. It's always very important to apply compassion. With the last, we've got a couple more planets that are moving through Pisces, and we've got a configuration with Neptune this week relative to Mercury. Be mindful of communications, cloudy communications, or maybe not having all the information you need. Vet the information, check with another source, contracts. Don't just look over them briefly. Mercury rules contracts too, folks, so make sure the devil's in the details. Get 2-3 people to look at those contracts. Rewrite those, write in what you need to. Have that conversation so that you can clarify it and provide some clarity to yourself before you get into a situation that you may not agree with when the outcome comes along. And then finally, practice healthy detachment. That is an action that you can take always. You've got the sun in Aries. You can lean on that energy of, I'm going to put myself first. I'm going to practice healthy detachment. As I make the next steps in the relationship process. We went through this very lengthy Venus retrograde cycle where we learned a lot about our relationships and our worth. And now we're taking that one step further this week, that's for sure. And we're going to make sure that our needs are put first. And that means healthy detachment in some cases. Well, thank you so much. I do appreciate you stopping by. My day is always better with you in it. If you like this video, please do click the like button. If there's somebody that you know could be helped by these videos, please do share it with them. And if you'd like to know when videos are being dropped, click the subscribe button and you'll be notified when a video is dropped. Any questions or comments, put it in the box below and I'll get back to you ASAP. Thank you so much. Have a great week. Namaste.